Welcome to Grammar 67 Relative Pronouns.
Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us for today's Grammar Masterclass number 67. I'll pass you over to our host Matthew Parkinson.
Hello. Thank you, Fred our MC, for the introductions. I would now like to extend a warm welcome to our guests and our viewers. Hello students of Languages 247.
Good evening to you all. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me on your wonderful grammar show.
Good evening everyone. Thanks for having me on the grammar show.
Today we are going to discuss relative pronouns.
More terminology and examples. Defining and non-defining relative clauses. Defining relative clauses equals clauses that contain key information. The information contained in the relative clause is essential and cannot be left out.
We can use not only that to introduce a defining relative clause, but also who, which, whose, whom. This clause helps us define what we are talking about. No commas are used in defining relative clauses.
Examples: they're the people who, or, that will be moving in next door. You should give this to someone who, or, that is in need. You will see some areas which, or, that have been affected. They're the patients that, or, who are showing the symptoms.
Non-defining relative clauses equals clauses that describe or explain further but don't contain key information. Non-defining relative clauses are used to give further information about the person or thing mentioned in the main clause.
It is not important information. We do not need it to understand whom or what is being referred to. We always use a relative pronoun, who, which, whose, or whom, to introduce a non-defining relative clause.
We don't use that to introduce a non-defining relative clause. In writing, we use commas around non-defining relative clauses. In spoken English, we often pause at the beginning and end of the clause.
Examples: Janet, who lives across the road, is originally from Kent. His jacket, which is brown, is hanging in the hallway. This place, which I had never heard of before, is picturesque. That's all folks for this evening. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.